Hi, my name is Vybavi and I'm an advocate by profession. I got introduced to this modality of therapy called coaching through Ashi. So how my life was before Ashi was I was going through a very difficult phase in my career as well as my relationships. And then I got to know about this Ashi's one-on-one coaching sessions, and she also offered a clarity session at first. So I first picked the clarity session, and honestly, I had no idea how much impact just an hour session would have. And it was really beautiful, and there was something that stood out about her. So I thought maybe this is the kind of help I need, and I started taking those sessions. And I first started it as a escape mechanism, like a quick fix that I can figure out. But Ashi showed me through what I need to see through myself, like the energy that I put in is what I get. So it was very empowering, if I may say. And empowerment is the right word I can use for what I before and after Ashi's coaching sessions. And to describe the experience during the sessions, and what stood out for me is it was very intense, and I am someone who expresses a lot. And for someone like me, I felt very seen and heard, and I didn't feel like I was too much. And that's exactly what therapists do, and that's why I think Ashi is also very ideal. And every time I drifted away from myself, I felt like Ashi brought me back to myself. Like she navigated me better than Google Maps, if I may say. And what I absolutely loved and stood out was how she stayed committed throughout those sessions and in between those sessions. Like she opens this window of opportunity, which is more than just a window. I would call it a door of opportunity for you to come and express what you've been going through in those 1 weeks, when she gives you those little activities you need to do to reflect on yourself. And she was just a text away. I could just go and text her and she would respond. And that the transition and the life that happened within those 1 week of time in between our sessions were even more impactful, and that made me feel very safe. And it was like somebody is supporting me through the process. Like, we all have this question, how do I trust if the process is trusting me? And I think Ashi helped me understand it better, that I can trust the process and the process is also trusting me. So that is something that really stood out for me. And the shifts that I've noticed in myself, in perspectives and emotions and actions since the session, I don't think I can do justice to it in just one video, because it unopened a lot of doors for me. I mean, it opened a lot of doors for me, and I saw a lot of shift in perspectives. Like, I've always read about reparenting, but I didn't know what it actually meant. And I think for most of this time, I felt very stuck between insight and action, and that's one of the reasons why I came to Ashi, to get through that action, to have the courage to get through that action. And I think that's what I pretty much gained it. And I can say that so much happiness as well as like a gratefulness to Ashi that I did gain that courage. And there were different concepts that she explained on something that I couldn't figure out for myself. So she was just there. And I was someone who believes healing doesn't have to be always messy. And she was just there to prove it. Yes, it can be beautiful, because you have someone to support, and someone who can make you understand what reparenting is. Like, the way she made me understand it felt like the inner child in me understood, actually. Yes. So that. And the last question was, would you recommend Ashi as a coach to others? 100%. So Ashi is someone who balances, because she knows when to handhold and when to let you take charge. By that doesn't mean she's not there for you. She's always there, but never in an overwhelming way. She just knows the line and she stands there to take to see you take steps to make yourself feel better. And I think that comes with a lot of wisdom as well as experience in her field. So that is something that it really stood out. And most of her blogs, Oh my God, all that she writes, I read about it and it's mind blowing and it also resonates so much. So, it after this 4 weeks, I think I'm left with nothing but gratitude for Ashi for this journey. And the lessons that I've learned in these are going to be something that I'm going to be carrying forever and not just something that impacted me for this phase of life or just for like these 4 weeks. She helped me feel whole again. And I think that is very important because she was dedicated on helping me just as much as I wanted to help myself. And what a rare gem it is. So, yes, I will definitely and absolutely recommend Ashi. And thank you so much, Ashi, for all that you have been and you still are as a coach to me. Thank you.